All right, guys, welcome back. Chief Kravology. So we're now moving into part two of what we started last week, which was part one. In part one, we talked about how to throw a finishing elbow or a finishing combative out of control. What we're going to do today is show you how to do that from the opposite direction. So I'm going to bring James in. Very quickly, James, come to this side of me, would you? So last week, we talked about how to throw a finishing elbow from this position in control, right? And we talked about why this is okay and when it's not okay. And what we did was we slid down and we made a wall here on the other side of the bed of the elbow, and we went through and made an elbow, right? Now, so if we change sides now, the dynamics have changed. So it's not the same. Now I'm in this position, right? He may or may not, if he doesn't have a weapon in his hand, I have to be in this position and pull. I have to get some pull here. So I'm in this position. So I'm thinking to myself, how am I going to, I can't do something like this, right? Because his elbow works in such a way he can pull through, right? So the wall essentially doesn't work. That's one of many reasons. So now I'm in this position. And what I need to do is I need to think about how do I bring him, his head, which is out and sort of forward, closer to me? And how do I deal with his arm? And the answer is I roll my hand up and I come off of control here and I slide down and make this motion. I'm just pushing down this way away from me. What that does is that opens his shoulder up. So his shoulder's not stacked in front of me anymore, it's out in front of me. It's not here, it's there, which allows me in the moment to do this. That's different than doing something like this, where I pull his shoulder in front of me, so even if I come down, his shoulder's still in the way of my elbow, right? You see that okay on the camera? So what I'm doing is I'm sliding down almost like straight stab defense, making this motion. And the shoulder's not out of the way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to step to his scapula and make this elbow this way. I want to be careful not to pull him down too far. I just want to shift him a little bit to me and shift the shoulder out away from me, right? So in this position, this motion here, we'll get it done. Okay, so last week, we were dealing with an elbow from the front. This week we're dealing with a finishing elbow from control position in the back. And in truth, there are finishing elbows from every position that we take up in what we call our Da Vinci man drill, which is a control drill sort of around the world. So as you work your control positions, make sure that you understand the limitations, which ones are sort of more powerful than others, and how to exit those control positions with combatives, and even how to use a finishing elbow or a finishing knee in each of those positions. All right? So that's it for this week. As always, walk in